Getting reports of strange happenings in the woods. Witnesses claim to have seen tiny glowing lights darting between the trees and are certain something magical is stirring. Please stay tuned for tonight's special presentation, and we'll see you at 11.
My dear Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in our moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wings. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly speak themselves in night, and for a night will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like the silver bow now bent in heaven, shall we behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate. Stir Athenian youth to merriments. Awake that pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. That pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injury. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with shine, and with brevity.
Happy be easy, so renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegis. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation, come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth. Lysander, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and exchanged love tokens. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy, with bracelets of thy hair, rings, nosegays, sweetmeats, conceits, messengers of straw, prevailing and unharmed youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, and her obedience, which is due to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, she will not hear before your grace. Consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, which is immediately provided in this case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maiden, to you your father should be seen as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but a form in wax, by him imprinted and within his power to view the figure or disfigure. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in wanting your father's voice, the other should be held the worthier.
I would but my father look with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such presence here to plead my thoughts, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to observe forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, Question your desires, examine your blood, know of your youth. For if you are not to marry Demetrius, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I, cloister mute, living a maiden all your life, chanting soft hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that so master their pilgrimage. But earthly or happy is the rose distilled in that which growing on the virgin thorn doth grow, live, and die in single blessedness.
So I will grow, so live, so die, my lord. Either I will let virgin patent up into his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next moon, the day betwixt my love and me and everlasting father fellowship, on that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or to marry Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy praised title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! Truth he hath my love, and my love shall render him, as she is mine, and all my right of her. I do assay unto Demetrius.
I am my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed as he. My love is more than his, my fortune is every way fairly ranked, and was not provincial as Demetrius. It was more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of Demetrius Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll vouch to his head, made love to me large daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady Dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and incontinent man.
I must admit that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoken thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But come, Aegis, and Demetrius come, I have some private schooling for you both. Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, by which no means we may accentuate, to single life or to death. Come, my Calta, what cheer, my love? Aegis, Demetrius, I must confer with you against our nuptial and discuss something that nearly concerns yourselves.
With duty desire to follow you.
Oh now, my love, why is your cheek so pale? How quickly there do the roses fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I forget to sting the tempest of my eyes.
I mean, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
Oh, cross! Too high to be enthralled to love.
Or else Miss Grafton respected the years.
Oh, spite! Too old to be engaged to young.
Or else it stood up upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell! To choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there was a sympathy in choice. War, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, brief as the lightning in the coiled night, where ere man hath the power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. How quickly do bright things come to confusion.
And true lovers that ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. So we must teach our trial patience, for it is a customary cross. As dear lovers as wishes, sighs, tears, or fancy's followers.
Good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a dowager aunt of great revenue, and she hath no child. Remote from Athens is her house 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. Very gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth from thy father's house tomorrow night, where I did meet thee once to do an observance of a morn of Mary Helena. There I will wait for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which kindled souls and prosperous loves, by the fire that burned the Carthage queen when under the sail the false Trojan was seen, and by all the vows that ever men have broke, a number more than ever women spoke. The same place thou hast appointed me tomorrow. Truly, I shall meet thee.
He promised, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away? How can be fair? Fair cannot say. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air. More tunable to the lark and shepherd's ear. Leaf is green and hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, favor so. Yours I would catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice.
My eye, your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Oh, the world mine, Demetrius being baited. The rest I would give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look. What art, sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
Frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Know that my frowns can teach my smiles such skill.
Who curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers with such affection moves.
Folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, but fault of mine.
Take comfort. You no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall flee this place. For the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. What good graces in my lovely dwell that yet burned a heaven unto a hell?
Helen, to your minds we will unfold, tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flights doth conceal. Through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
In the wood, where often you and I, upon great primrose beds, will want to lie, emptying our counsel of their bosoms sweet. There, my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence turn our eyes away and seek new friends in street stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our food of lover's sight till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you dote on him, Demetrius dotes on you. How happy our other son can be. Through Athens I am brought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. Well, he will not know what all but he do know. As he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, I, so admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, love can transpose into something of form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes but with the mind. Therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, for hath love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes, figure when he be haste. Therefore is love said to be a child. Because in game he is so oft guiled, as waggish boys game themselves forswear. So boy love is perjured everywhere. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then, if it would, he will tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it'll be a dear expense, but for her and I need to enrich my pain. Have his sight thither, back again.
Good morrow.
Tomorrow! How would be the stables?
Good morrow.
Good morning, everyone. Are we all met?
You must have called them that by
Here is a scroll with every man's name, which is most fit through all of our things, to play our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Prince. Say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors and so grow to the point.
Mary, our play is most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, a very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, call forth the names of the actors by the school. Masters, spread yourselves.
Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
Nick Bottom, you are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself most gallant for love.
Oh, that will ask some true tears for performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole them in some measure, Shiraz. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I
I could play ear for the garden, or part his hair and a cap to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison's gates, and Phoebus's car shall shine from afar, and naked mar the foolish face. That was lofty. Now, name the rest of the letters.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
Thisbe is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, babe, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
A sore one you may play the mask, and you can speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Oh, Pyramus, my little dear. My lady dear, my Thisbe dear.
No, you must play Pyramus and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must play Thisbe's father. Tom Snout, the tinkerer.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Thisbe's mother. Myself, Pyramus's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion pot. And I hope that is a play fitted.
May do the light part in. Pray you, the pea, give it to me. I am slow steady.
You may do next tempo, for it is not but roaring.
And I shall play the lion too. I will roar that I'll make any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I'll make the duke say, let him roar again! Let him roar again!
Don't you tell me. You would fright the duchess and the ladies, and that they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, that if we were to frighten the leaders of the wits, they would do no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, but I will roar to you as any southern Joe. I will roar to you to your any nightingale.
No, you must play Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most gentlemanlike, lovely man. That, therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Very well, I will undertake it. What fear were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge you your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple gray beard, or your French crown beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns will know her all, then you will play bareface. But, masters, here are your pots, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to call them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace woods by moonlight, a mile without the town. For if we do meet in the town, we shall be gold with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I shall draw up a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
And then we meet, and there you may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke Turk we meet.
No, hold or cut bowstrings. Adieu. Adieu.
wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere. I serve the fairy queen to do her oars upon the green. Her cowslips tall, her penters be, and gold post spots you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors, in her freckles live their saviors. I must collect dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. For well our spirits, all be gone, our queen or else cometh on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she is her attendant hath. A lovely boy stolen from the Indian king. She never had so sweet a change thing. Now jealous Oberon would take the child, night of a strain to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds this loved boy, will crown with flowers and make him all with joy. Now they never meet, and woe to grief, like clear fountains of spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear for all their elves would fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Well, either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knowledge sprite. Called Robin Goodfellow, are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagery? Skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn and bootless make the breathless household churn, and sometime make the drink bear no farm, misled night wanderers laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet pluck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakst aright. I am that very wanderer of night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly fowl, and I too sometimes lurk in gossip's bow, in very likeness of roasted crab, and when she drinks, against her lips I fall, and on her withered dwarf I pour the ale, the wisest aunt telling the saddest tale. I would sometimes a 3-foot stool mistaketh me, now slip from a bum and down topples she. And she daily cries and falls into a cough, and the whole choir holds their hips and laughs, and waxen in their mirth, and knees and swear. A merry hour was never wasted there, but room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here our queen.
What, jealous, Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But when I know thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of corn, sat all day playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Lydia, why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India, but that forsooth the bouncing Amazon? Your buskin mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to bring their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with appalled to knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Didn't thou lead him through the glimmer night for Perigona, whom he ravished, and make with fair Gyes break his faith with Adeline and Antopia?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land hath made every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox therefore hath stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman hath lost his sweat, and the green corn rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowning field, the crows are fatted with murderous slop, the Nyman's morris is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green for lack of tread are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here, no night is now with him or carol blessed. Therefore the moon,
Governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hurry-headed frosts fall in the lap of the crimson rose, and of old hymns thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, chilling autumn, and angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world through their increase knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evil comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies with you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spice of Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sand, marking the embarked traders in the floods. When we've laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, would she, with pretty and with swimming gait, following then her room, rich with my own squire, would imitate and sail upon the land, to fetch me trifles and return again, as in a voyage rich with merchandise? But she, being mortal of that boy, did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long in this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me the boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away, we shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmless breast. Having once this juice, I watched Titania when she was asleep, and dropped the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she then waking looks upon, be it lion, wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And I take this charge from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb. I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their comfort.
Love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I slay, the other slays me. Thou toldest me they were stolen unto this wood, and yet here I am, wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. If you draw not iron from my heart, is true as steel. Leave you your power to trot, I will have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair, or rather do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me, but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, lose me, neglect me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worse your place can I beg your love, and yet a place of high respect within me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I look upon you.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not. To thrust yourself into the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a deserted place, entrusted with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege. Therefore it is not night when I do see your face, and therefore I believe I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company for you in my respecter honor. How can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase, but mild hinds may speed, bootless speed to catch the tiger, when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I won't stay thy questions any longer. Let me go. Or if thou choosest to follow me, believe but not, I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Oh, in the temple, in the town, in the field. I do me mischief, Demetrius. I. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We were made to be wooed. We were not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of the hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Or he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
There it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme glows, where nodding oxlip and violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with elegant thyme. There lies Titania sometimes in the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. There the snake throws her enameled skin, weave wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With this flower, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes. But do so when the next thing he espies may be the lady, affected with some care that he may prove more fond on her than she on him. And meet me here ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, around Glenferrie song. Then for the third part of the night hence. Some to kill cankers in the musk rose buds, some to war with mice for their leathern wings to make my small red coats, and some to keep back the clangorous hours the night will be better faint sleep. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and language for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or bull with bristled head. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, we think of wandering in the wood, in the sweet drop. I forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
It's so lies, Senator. Find you out bed. Where I upon this bank shall rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and a single throat.
Nay, good Lysander, for my dear, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Don't lie so near.
Oh, take some sweet of my innocence. Love takes meaning and love's conference, meaning that my heart unto yours is knit. But one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms entertained by an oath, so then two bosoms in a single throat. Then by your side, no bedroom me deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander, riddles very pretty. Much true my manners and my pride. If Hermia meant to say Lysander lie. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation as well may be said makes for a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friends. May thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen, to that fair prayer say I, and end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep, give thee all thy rest.
Have that wish, wish's eyes be blessed.
To the forest I have gone, but to thee found I none, on whose eye I might approve the flowers false and stirring love. Night in silence. Who is here? The weeds of Athens we doth wear. This is he, my master said, despiseth the Athenian maid. And there the maiden sleeping sound on the dead and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she cursed not mine this lack-loved, this kill courtesy. Turl upon the eyes I throw, all the power this charm doth throw. And when thou wakest that love forbid, sleep his seat on thy island. But awakest when I am gone, for I am now to Oberon. Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I do not charge thee hence, so do not hunt me thus.
Wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the less my grace. Happy is the Hermia, wheresoever she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes to be so bright? Certainly not salt tears. If so, mine are oftener washed hers. No, I am ugly as a bear. Would be such meekly run away with fear. And therefore no marvel, though Demetrius do as presence thus fly, my presence thus. Oh, what a wicked and dissembling glass of mine when you compare with Hermia's spirit on. But who lies here? Lysander? On the ground? Alive or dead? And I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, wake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom lets me see thy heart. Oh, where is Demetrius? Oh, how fail word without vile name declares on thy sword!
Lysander, say not so, say not so. But thou, he love your Hermia. Lord, but thou. Yet Hermia loves you. But be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious moments I have with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helena, I love. Form that change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by reason swayed, and reason says that you are the worthier repayed. Things are not right until their season, and I, being young, knowing right not to reason. So now, touching the point of human skill, reason becomes a mark of my will, which leads me to your eyes, which overlook love's stories written in love's richest books.
Oh, wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, or never can, receive a sweet look from Demetrius' eyes when you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare ye well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. A lady in the hands of one man abused, in the hands of another man abused.
she is not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come nigh Sandemir. For a serpent of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing the stomach brings, and of all the heresies that men do leave, are hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, of all my serpent and all my heresy, of all be hated, the most of me. And with all my power, address your love and night, to honor Helen and to be her knight. Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast.
I need for pity, but a dream was here. Look, Lysander, how I do quake with fear. You thought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander, Lord? Out of sight, out of hearing, gone? Where are you? Speak it if you hear, speak of all louds. I swoon almost with fear. Nay, and I perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you will find immediately.
Tomorrow, gentlemen. Tomorrow, We're well met.
Purpose, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, that hawthorn brake shall be our traveling house, and we shall do the action as we shall do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Bolton?
there are some things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot divide. How answer you that?
By the hairless fear.
I believe we must leave the killing after it's been almost done.
Not a whit. I have advice to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed in me. That I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bata, the weaver. This shall put him out of fear.
Well, we shall have the play written. It shall be 8 and 6.
No, think of 2 more. Think of 8 and 8.
Oh, but won't the ladies be afraid of the lion?
You do not fear, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. To bring in a lion among ladies is the most dreadful thing. For there is no more fearful wildfowl than your lion living.
Oh, but perhaps a prologue. Till he's not a lion.
No, no. You must say his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And then he must speak saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or no, fair ladies, I am to wish you, I am to request you, I am to entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. And if you were to think I come hither as a lion, it were a pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I'm a man as any other men are. And then, after that, he is to say his name, and tell them plainly that he is snubbed the joiner.
That brings us to 2 parts. The first being to bring moonlight into a chamber, or, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Oh, perhaps. Don't even shine that out of here.
A calendar. A calendar! Look at the almanac! Find that moonshine! Find that moonshine! Oh, go. Oh, yeah, go. Oh, nope. Next month.
Yes! It does shine that night.
Ah, very well then. May you leave the casement of the great chamber window open, and the moon shall shine in through the casement.
Well, or else we need a man with a bush of thorns and lantern and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there's the other part. That is to bring a wall into the great chamber. For, says the story, Pyramus and Thisbe meet or speak through the hole of the wall.
You could never bring in a wall. What say you, Bucky?
Oh, well, some man or other must present wall. Have him have some glue or rough cast about him, and then he shall stick out his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, if that is all, then come, sit every mother's son, and rehearse your part. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into the tyrant grave, and so forth, every man going to his due.
What hipping homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. With a play tour, I'll be an actor, an auditor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, Thisbe, Thankful.
Thisbe! The flowers! Oh!
No rules.
Thisbe! The flowers! Odor, savor, sweet. So have thy breath, my dearest Thisbe, here. A talk, a voice. Stay thou but here for a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus that e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you. I know that Pyramus goes, but see a noise in her, and if you come again.
Most red. Most red. Most red. Most radiant Pyramus. Most lily white of hues. Of color like the red rose on triumphant brioche. Most frisky juvenile, and most lovely dew. As truest voice, and yet would never tire. I thee, Pyramus, and Ninny's tomb.
Ninny's tomb. Why, you must not speak that yet. You speak all your parts, cues and all. Pyramus Antonius, you is mad. It is never time.
Aye, as Jewish Jews voice, and yet would never tire. If I were there, this guy would
Monsters upstairs! Masters, we're haunted! Fly, masters, fly through!
I'll follow you, lead you about around. The bog, bush, the grape, the brine. Sometimes a horse I'll keep, sometimes a hound. A hog, a headless bear, sometimes a fire. And I'll neigh, barking, grunt, and roar and burn. Like horse, hound, wolf, bear, fire at every turn.
Why did they run away? This is the knavery them to make me a fear. Jane! What do you see? You see an asset in your own, do you?
Bless me, Martin, bless me. Now I'm translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To frighten me if they could. But I will not start from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing. I will sing, so they shall hear that I am not afraid. The ousel cocks are the lack of you, with orange like Quill, the throstle with his note so true, the red with a little
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
the finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain-song cuckoo gray, whose notes will doth mark, and dares not answer, nay.
I pray thee, gentle Lord, to sing again. Mine ear is much enamored with thy note, as is mine eye and soul with thy face. And thy fair virtues forcible doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you have no reason for that. Though, truth be told, reason love holds little company together nowadays. A pity some honest neighbors don't make them friends. Nay, I believe upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. If I had written us together this will, I would have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go, but thou shalt remain here, whether thy wilt or no. I am the spirit of no common raven, for summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do not thee. Therefore go with me, and I shall give thee fairies to attend on thee, and They shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing, while on pressed flowers shalt see. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed, dewdrop, thistle-wisp, star petal, and honeydew.
Ready?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walk, scandal in his eyes, feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes and green figs. The honey bags steal from the humble bees. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesy.
Hail, mortal. Hail.
Where shall we go?
I know your worship hardly. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Good Mistress Cobweb, I shall desire you some more acquaintance. If I cut my finger, I shall lay you with you. And yours, good lady?
Peas blossom.
Please give your regards to your parents. I shall desire you some acquaintance as well. And yours, ma'am? Good Mistress Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That giant-like ox feet captivated many gentlemen of your house, to the point where it brought a tear to mine eye. I shall desire you some acquaintance.
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, sweeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if the time to be wicked, and what it was the next came in her sight that she was dote on it extremely. How now, that spirit? What night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress for the monster is in love. In her door and sleeping hour, near her close and consecrated bower, a group of patchless, rude mechanicals, with for bread upon Athenian stalls, were gathered to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day, whose strangest and most barren sort, for Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did the advantageous take. An ass is no life fixed on his head, and on his Thisbe must be answered, and forth it comes the maiden spy, creeping and crawling into Fowler's eye, and their ruts of padded chops, many insults, armed and gnawing at the gun's report, and forth when they can spy, away at a sight his fellows fly, and here, awed, all but falls in the manner where I left from Athenian gold, and their senses weak, senses just strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. And in the moment so it came to pass, Titania awoken, and straightway loved an ass.
This turns out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet laughed the Athenian's eyes, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too. The Athenian woman at his side, without a force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is that same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not the man.
Why do you rebuke he who loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
No, I'm a child, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being our shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? Nay, I believe as soon as this whole earth may be bored, and the moon may through the center creep, and so displease your brother's noontide with the antipodes. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should murder look, and so should I pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty. And yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him to me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Oh, dog! Oh, cur! Thou hast driven me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou henceforth never be numbered among them. Tell true once, even for my sake. Hast thou looked upon him being awake? Or hast thou killed him sleeping, O brave touch? Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it for a doubler tongue than thy foul serpent, never adder's tongue.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught I can tell.
I pray thee then tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege to never see me more. And from thy hated presence I part, so see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following our mischievous fame. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain.
So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt which bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay. Before his tender, here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love drink on some true love's sight. Not a false turn true.
Hey, oh, who's that? When men holding trough a million fair, confounding oath on oath.
Go about the wood swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is with sighs of cheer that cost the French blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, and I'll charm his eyes again she do appear.
Go, I go, swifter than the arrow from Dodger's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he does espy, let her shine gloriously as Venus in the sky. When he awaken, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our pirate band, Helena, is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, searching for a lover's play. Shall we their fond pageant sing?
Then aside, the noise they make cause Demetrius to wake.
Then will two at once woo one. That need not be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall boisterously.
Why do you think I shall woo and scorn? Scorn is the rich never come in tears. When I bow, I weep, and so vows are born. How can these things in me seem scorn to you if there is a badger face to prove them true?
You, advance your cutting more and more. Oh, when truth kills truth, oh devilish holy friend, these vows are harming us. Will you give her o'er? We oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her, then put in two sails, for both even way, and both as light as tails. I have no judgment with her eyes for, or none in my mind. Now give her o'er. Demetrius loves her, yet he loves not you.
Oh, Helena. God. Divine, to what shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy, oh, how ripe and show thy lips. Those kissing cherries doth tempting grow. And pure congealed white, high to a snow, fanned with eastern wind, turns to a crow. When thou holdest up thy hand, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Now, fight! Oh, hell!
I see you are both fit to set against me for your marriage. If you were civil in your accordance, you would not do me this much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, and you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you already show, you would not hurt a gentle lady so. Swear and vow and simple praise my heart when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You are rivals, and love her, ye are now rivals to mock Helena. A trim, exploit, manly enterprise, to conjure up tears in a poor man's eyes. With your due vision, none of noble sort,
Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And in Hermia's love, I yield up my part, and yours of Helena. To me, the quick whom I do love, and will love until my death.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If I ever loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but is guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helena is it home returned, there to remain.
Helena, it is not so!
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that for which the eye his function takes, the ear more quick about that which it makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found, mine ear I think appropriate to thy sound. But why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press together?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that will not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more glides the night than all yon Ferios nighs with light. Why seekest thou me? Couldn't I make thee know that the hate I bear may leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be. Love! She is one of this confederacy. I conspire and conjoin all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. And sure is Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you, with these conspired, and contrived to bait me with this foul derision? And all the counsel we have shared, the sister's vows, the hours we have spent, when we have hid the hasty foot of time recording us, is all forgot! All school-days friendships, childhood innocence, we, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created but one flower, hold on one sampler, sitting on one plate, as if our hands, our sides, our voices, and our minds were incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted but in union and partition. Two seeming bodies, but one mind. Two of the first, like goats in the heraldry, due but to one, but under one crest. You rent our ancient love asunder, to join with men, scorning your poor friend. It is not friendly, it is not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, but I alone do feel the injury. Amazed at your passionate words, I scorn you not. Have you not set my sentence as it scorned to praise my eyes and face, and your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot. To call me goddess, divine, nymph, and rare, precious celestial. Wherefore he speaks the stars he makes, and wherefore doth my Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul that by your setting on, by your consent, would though I be not so less in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, yet miserable most, to love unloved. This you should pity, rather than despise. I understand not what you mean by this. You persevere, comfort with sad looks. These mountains upon me. When I turn my back, wink at each other. Keep the sweet, just This sport, well chronicled, shall be coming. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would have made me such an argument. But fare thee well. It's mostly my fault. One of which death or absence was too brevity. Stay, gentle Helena! Hear my excuse, my love, my letter! Fair Helena! Sweet, do not scorn her soul!
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she can entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee by my life I do, and I swear by which I will lose for thee to prove him false as if I love thee not.
Helen, I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, draw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Go away!
No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat! Thou bird! I am thinking that loose I will shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this sweet love?
Thy love? Out! Load there, still taking potion takes!
Do you not jest? Yes, soon. So begin.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I will not take your word.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike
certain nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee.
Helena.
Helena. Shuffler.
Canker blossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him? Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie! Fie! You counterfeit! You pocket, you! Pocket? Why so? Ah, that wiggles the king. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, she hath prevailed with me. What? Are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak. How low am I? I am not yet so low that I cannot reach my nails.
No, you mock me like her not to strike me. I was never cursed. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Perhaps you think, because she is of something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower, hark again!
Oh, gentle Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I ever more to love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Ere that in love, unto Demetrius, I told him of your son to his will, and he followed you. For love, I followed him. He had chid me hence, he had burned me, strike me, nay, threatened to kill me too. But now, so you will let me quiet go, back to Athens I will bear my fallen bride. You'll never see me again. Oh, let me go, so you see how gentle and how fond I am.
Get you gone! Who is it that hinders you?
Foolish hope that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Helen, be not afraid. She shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
She is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we were in school, and there she be but little. She is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why would you suffer her to float me thus? Let me come to her.
Take God, you poor, you minimus in your knot-grass maid, you feed, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your service. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of faith to her, thou shalt abide.
No, she holds me not. Now follow downstairs, to try who's right. Of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You mistress! All this toil is none of you. Hey, let's go back.
I will not trust her. I will no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer to run away.
I'm amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still, thou mistakest, or else committest thy neighbors willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless my enterprise, for I had anointed an Athenian's eyes. So far I'm glad I did of this sort, but this jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore Robin, overcast the night, the starry welkin covered on mine, with drooping fog as black as Avalon. And lead these testy rivals so astray as will not come in another's way. Like Lysander sometimes frame thy tongue, and row Demetrius up with a bit of wrong. And rail thou like Demetrius at times, till they're tired so. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes. Has such virtuous property to render all errors into sight. While I in this I do employ, all to my queen, and beg her Indian boy. Then I shall release her charmed eyes from monstrous view, and all things shall be peace.
My very lord, this must be done with haste. The night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines roars harboring for the spirits that are wandering here and there. Troop home churchyards, damned spirits all, when their flood ground hath thy burial. To the wormy beds they have gone to cast themselves their shames upon, because they themselves have willfully exiled from light, and that is done in black furrowed night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I, with the morning's love, have oft made sport, like the forester whose growth may tread. Fire beams opening up on Neptune's salt green streams, meaning all things yellow-green. But not with steady haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere today.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am fair in field and town, goblin. Lead them up and down.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villains, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to clear the crowd.
Lysander, speak again. Where art thou now? Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak in some bush. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the hoppins they looking for wars? Come thou, recreant, come thou, child. I'll whip thee with a rod, for he is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yeah, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, yet still dares me on. When I come where we call, then he is gone. With illness much lighter healed than he. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. Now followed am I a dark and uneven way. Here will rest thee. Come thou, gentle day, if thou slip one show me thy great light, I'll fight to meet yourself, bent to spite.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me, thou darest for well I want. Thou runnest before me, shifting every place, yet darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither. I am here.
Nay then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt bide as dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. But by day's approach, look to revisit him.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Fate, my hours, send comforts from the east, so that I may back to Athens by daylight and sleep. The side, steal me a while from my company.
Yes, but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Jupiter's a knave lad, thus to make poor females mad.
So weary, never sullen woe, level with the dew and torn with the briars. I can nerve no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here shall rest me till the break of day, and then she'll Lysander if they mean affray.
On the ground, sleepy sound, all applied to thine eye, a gentle lover's remedy. Now when thou wakest, thou takest, in true delight, in the first sight of thine former lady's eye. And every country proverb know that every man shall have his own. Jack shall have till, naught shall go ill. Man shall have his mare again, and all will be well.